RetroHax, and we like anything retro. Today, we're making...
Vinegar cake.
Vinegar cake? What's that all about? 1940s, baby?
Of course.
Let's have a look at it. Right, well, we're making another 1940s recipe today. Now, this one, I'm not too sure about. You found this one, didn't you?
What, last week's was alright?
Well, I'll tell you what, the egg pie from last week, those of you who watched last week's episode, the egg pie, I didn't mind it. She didn't really like it. Jimmy wouldn't eat it at all. It ended up inside the dogs, and they loved it. So, just goes to show you.
Dog food?
If you don't eat it, the dogs will eat it. But if times were hard, Sharon, you would have had to have eaten it.
Yeah, I would have been hungry, wouldn't I?
Of course you would have. Anyway.
I would have eaten the egg.
Today is a little afternoon tea recipe, and I'm not too sure. When she said this to me, I thought, that's not going to be very nice.
Like egg pie?
It conjures up images of stringent sort of bitterness in my mouth, baby. And I didn't quite like it, but I'm going to go with it. And what we're going to make is this vinegar cake from, you got this from a 1940s recipe. This didn't come out of our cookbook, by the way. She's actually been searching and she's found it, and we're going to do it. So let's run through the ingredients.
3 ounces of margarine, 3 ounces of sugar, 1/4 pint of milk, tablespoon of vinegar, 1/2 teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda, 6 ounces of self-raising flour, and 4 ounces of dried mixed fruit.
Right, I suppose you could actually use butter as well. You don't necessarily have to use margarine, do you?
No.
But we're going with the margarine because that's what was in the recipe. Anyway, so what's the first part? What we got to do first, baby? I'm ready.
We're going to cream the margarine
Right.
and the sugar together.
Right, straightforward, simple procedure this. As you know, we've all creamed margarine or butter with sugar. And all you do is basically beat them together and beat it up, and that will make like a little paste until it goes into a paste. So you're going to do that. And as you can see, it comes together pretty nicely, pretty quickly, doesn't it? Mm. If it was cold butter, I suppose it would take a little bit longer, baby. So you don't really want to use ice cold butter in this, do you?
No.
You want it room temperature. Just makes life a little bit easier. Right, okay, we've got that now. God, baby, you've beat the hell out of that in no time.
Yeah, I wonder why.
That's frightening, isn't it? What she can do with her fist. Hey? Anyway, right, what's next, baby? Look, don't worry about the washing up. I'll sort that lot out. That's my job.
Is it?
Your job is to do the main part. I'm here to enhance what you do.
Well, your job is to eat.
My job is what, baby?
Eat.
Eat it, taste it. Anyway, so that's that done. Right, what are we going to do now then?
Pour the milk into the basin.
And?
Then we're going to pour the milk into the basin.
What, twice we're going to do it, are we?
Well, yeah.
You're going to pour the milk into the basin, then you're going to pour the milk into the basin, are you? Right, so I believe we've only got 1 jug of milk, baby, so how are we going to manage that?
We might actually add the vinegar.
Right, so milk first in the basin.
I'm not well, people.
She's not well, actually. She's got out of her sick bed to do this.
On and on at me.
Right, so we're going to pour the milk into a basin. Then what?
The vinegar.
The vinegar as well.
And the bicarbonate
And the
soda.
bicarb of soda. So let's get that done. Right, okay, baby. And how much milk have we got there?
1/4 pint.
1/4 pint of milk goes in. How much vinegar?
Tablespoon.
Oh, repulsive. Now that looks like it's going to curdle to me. I don't know whether it is or not.
And
now,
then
yep.
1/2 teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda.
Right, and that could frizz up a little bit, couldn't it?
Froth up.
So we just whack that in.
It didn't, did it?
And it didn't frizz up. That's supposed to have gone a little bit frizzy. Because normally when you put bicarb of soda with a vinegar or an acid, it frizzes up. Oh, it started to do it now, baby. Is that right? Right, what we will say is in this recipe there is no yeast and there's also no egg. Is that right, baby?
You don't usually put yeast in cakes.
I thought you put yeast in the cakes.
You're talking bread.
Well, it's all baking, isn't it? But this would be a raising agent because obviously a sponge has got a raise, or you'd use self-raising flour.
Oh, I did say self-raising flour. I know I did.
I hope you did, baby, because I'm going to go back and check and everyone's going to see that if you didn't say
In fact,
self-raising
would you
flour.
pass the flour over? Now we need to
Right.
get to the mixing
Okay.
stage.
Right, so that's our little liquid there. And you've got the other bowl which has got our cream butter and margarine in.
So we're going to add a bit of flour and a bit of this mixture. Start mixing it in gradually.
Right, and you'll do this basically
all gone.
until all the mixture's gone. Right, we've done that now. We've got a nice creamy batter. It's always go around the sides as well. Get all that stuff out on the sides. Now you could actually do this in a processor. We've got one sitting over there, but we like to do it by hand. And that's that. So all we're going to do now is put the raisins in.
Dried mixed fruit.
Right, so I'm going to do that. Right, so all in one go, baby?
Just do a bit so I can mix them in.
Oh, there you go. Look at that, look. It's like there's been a rabbit. Right, I'm going to go for it all in one go. There we go. Right, okay, now you've got, what have you got? Yeah, that's not a standard 1940s baking tin, baby.
I can't find my one, I can only find my silicone one.
Right, so we're just going to transfer that over to our baking tin. I don't want you licking the bowl, baby. You don't want, you've got a sore throat, haven't you, baby? Right, so she's just layering that out there. That's just give it a little bushy. Just like that, let it settle.
We're going to put it in the oven for 45 minutes at 180 centigrade.
Or what's that in?
6, I think.
6, we think. Check yourselves. Gas mark 6. 180 degrees C in an electric oven. Right, so we're going to let that cook for 45 minutes and we'll see you back then. Right, 45 minutes have passed. Now, we did make one mistake, didn't we? What didn't we do at the beginning?
Preheat the oven.
We didn't preheat the oven, so it took an extra 10 minutes. So make sure, when you put your cake in, make sure the oven's been on for a while and that it's actually warm. So our time increased by an extra 10 minutes, and we found that out by, when she brought it out at 45 minutes, just put a knife in it, and if it comes out dry... Clean, baby. Clean. Then you know that you're cooked. Ours didn't, it was still moist inside. So we put it in for another 10 minutes. Right, here we go. We've actually cut it up. And it looks lovely, baby, doesn't it? It's cooled down now. Let it cool down before you turn it out. And we've actually cut a couple of slices now. Let's show you. Oh, can you see how delightful that looks? Now, I'm itching to taste this, and it is a crumbly cake, but we've just cut a couple of slices off there. So, baby, let's see you have a go first. Cut yourself a little segment. Are you happy with that?
Yeah.
Right, now have a go, baby. Tell us what you think. Don't forget it's got vinegar in it, and it's got no egg.
Yeah. It's alright.
It's alright? It's alright, baby. What do you mean by that? It's a fine cake, surely. This is wartime. You'd be glad for that, girl.
Bit of custard.
Oh, that'd be nice, yeah. But can I have a go, do you mind? Now, move back, baby.
Yeah, move back.
Have a little look.
Let me move my tea.
Tell you what, have a little slurp of tea while you're doing it.
Love.
You've got to have a cup of tea with cake sometimes, just to moisten the palate. I'll do that first. I'll just let it slide down a bit easier. Hold on. Oh, lovely cup of tea. Right, let's have a little go at this. I will say it's very moist. Moist is good, baby, isn't it?
Oh, very.
Let's have a go. Oh, it's a bit bland, isn't it?
I don't think it was that bad.
Huh?
Not that bad. Poor face like that.
It's all right.
Fruit helps. You only got to add a bit of spice.
Shall? This is how they would have had it in wartime,
Well, there you
baby.
go. Pour a bit of custard on it and shut up.
No, that's what I think it needs. It does. If you do make this cake, don't forget, the main thing that I've noticed with that is that it's not very sweet. Now, how many ounces of sugar are in that?
3.
3 ounces of sugar, not a lot. Don't forget times your hard then. And also, the reason why I don't think it tastes like a cake of today is because our palates have been spoilt with over sugar. So this is probably what a cake. If you're not
An artificial flavouring, isn't
and
it?
artificial flavours and all that. Yeah, this is more au naturel, I suppose. So
I think it's all right though. When you get the piece with fruit in, the fruit adds flavour. Because it was a small amount of fruit.
little of everything, Sharon. A little of what you fancy does you good. That was an old phrase,
See,
I
I
remember.
would have added normally a mixed spice to a fruit cake.
Shall? We're in the 1940s, baby. We
Oh,
can't
and
do
the
that.
phone's going out, so one must go because I've got cookery queries to deal with.
Go on in, off you go. Who's that phoning up?
Hello.
Who is it? Paul Hollywood again? Tell him I'm not interested. See you later.